Wait lang, can I compose myself?
Kasi yakin. Yeah.
Stop making fun of me. Okay.
Dear Beth, almost 8 years ago, I made the very conscious decision to be single for an extended period of time. But then I met you.
In our friend group, Kim and I have a long-standing, yet unnecessary debate about who introduced Josh and Arna. But let me give you the facts and you be the judge.
Election day nun. So, nag-meet kami. Yung maid of honor ko introduced us. It was May 2016.
It was one fateful night in 2016. May liquor ban because of the elections. Pero syempre, single si Arna. And in her party girl era. So hindi yan magpapatalo dyan. We hopped from bar to bar, but everything was closed. Except for tunnel. The lights were off. So kala mo sarado. But it was actually hosting a small gathering of people. And among them was Josh, who I knew from college. I introduced him to Arna right then and there, and the rest was history.
So yung my truth, and then she's gonna get mad that I'm saying this because she specifically told me not to tell my version of the truth, is that we met, and then she saw me and then wanted to meet me.
Actually, hindi ko siya masyadong naaalala from that first meeting. A month after that, we saw each other again when I was helping my other maid of honor look for a birthday venue. So, yun, that's when we started talking.
Contrary to popular belief, Arna did not remember Josh when Pia introduced them in tunnel. They never talked afterwards. But Josh certainly remembered Arna. Because a month later, on my birthday, I asked Arna to go out with me. We entered tunnel, and lo and behold, Josh was there with his friends. The moment he saw us, he made a beeline for Arna and never left her side that entire night. Iniiwan niya yung mga kaibigan niya para sumama sa amin to another bar. And at the end of that night, as Arna was getting into my car so that I could drop her off at her house, pinigilan siya ni Josh. He held her hand as she was entering my car. And he said, sa akin ka na lang sumabay.
Reluctant as we both were, after we met, we got along really well, talking and laughing non-stop for the weeks that followed.
That is when she and Josh started talking every day and eventually became best friends. She told me afterwards, binuldozer niya kasi ako eh. And that, my friends, is how Arna met Josh.
At first, I was like, "Aw, my two friends are getting along so well." But eventually, parang, iba na to ah. They started hanging out and talking, and hanging out and talking, and hanging out and talking. To the point na, napapadalas na. And they became best friends.
Usap lang talaga. We started texting. We started out as friends. We actually called each other fave new friend, yung tawag namin sa isa't isa, because we really like talking to one another.
So when Josh first met Arna, he was hard-locked in the friend zone for a while. But like Arna said, Josh just bulldozed his way out of that friend zone.
Love you. See you later.
Cheers, guys, to the best day ever.
After a while, however, we hit a bit of confusion. We both knew, or at least I like to think that we both knew, there was something there. But you were dealing with your own thing, and I was struggling to stay strong in my earlier commitment to stay single. I was willing to fight the good fight, but you knew that we needed clarity. So you gave me a choice. Give dating a shot or stop talking.
I guess eventually, we talk na parang it's starting to get confusing, mga ganon na siguro may feelings na. And then eventually, we both agreed na we wanted to start dating. Second page.
Now here we are. Still talking a lot. Still laughing. Still making fun of each other. Still having fun. And now, on top of all that, we're finally married.
Let's show our newlyweds how happy we are for them as we now call in our newlyweds, Josh and Arna.
Throughout our relationship, you have, in one way or another, always inspired me to become a better version of myself.
Well, nung first impression ko, when I first met him, isip ko parang obnoxious siya. As in, parang yabang, ganun.
He's funny. I wanna say gago kasi siya, but then baka hindi yan pang ano eh. Hindi siya pang SD eh. Pack shit siya eh. Those are the proper words to describe it. So she's funny, the more PG way of saying it. She has weird jokes that, you know, I don't know, parang okay naman. Medyo natawa naman ako.
Pero actually, it's, when I got to know him, it's actually the opposite of that. Sobrang hindi siya mayabang. Mahiyain nga siya. He's funny and I guess we just really have good conversation and pinapatawa namin yung isa't isa.
Our senses of humor match. Oh, you know what? She might say it, but she also might filter it for the video. But I will say it. Pack shit siya.
I vividly remember the night I was introduced to Arna. And one of the first things I vaguely remember telling her was, please don't hurt him. And with confidence, Arna says, I won't. With you, Arna, Josh is the most Josh I've ever seen him. You bring out the sides of him that we used to only know in secret. The sides of him that is thoughtful, sensitive, caring. You bring out the best in my best friend.
Josh, when I see the way you treat Arna, I know that she is going to get the lifetime of love and laughter that she deserves so much.
I'm so happy to be standing here, seeing you start this new chapter together. You don't complete each other because you were both pretty amazing to begin with on your own. But together, the best parts of you are amplified and you just make sense.
Smile!
To my precious Princess Arna and Josh, today is the most special of days. My dearest Iha will be starting a new chapter of her life. I have given many speeches in my days, but this is the one I have been looking forward to the most. Today is like the first time we traveled abroad, and I am sending her off but to fly the nest.
In the evening of when she was born, dalawa sila ni Esther nag-enjoy ng birthday nila. It's because of her that Esther is very happy tonight. Ngayon, mag-celebrate lang siya mag-isa. Wala na si Anna. Happy birthday.
Sa totoo lang, si Arna ay napakaiyakin. Ever since she was young, she cried just about anything. Dati, about school, hanggang naging about work. When I met Josh, my impression of him was that he was meek, tahimik at magalang. As a father, ang hiling ko lamang ay hihigitan ni Josh ang binibigay ko sa pag-provide at pag-protect kay Arna. Mas minsanan na lang ngayon umiyak si Arna, but I hope she knows she can still always cry to Papa. Pero sana tears of joy na lang mula ngayon. Arna, kahit magiging araulyo ka na, you will always be my iyakin, strong, minsan kaaway, my beautiful anak. I love you.
I always tell the people around me that in our 7 years, I am in awe that not once have you been unkind to me. Even during the times I knew I deserved it. I've told you before that you are the man my mama prayed for. You have always taken care of me and loved me deeply, gently, and unconditionally. I still remember the first time we ever touched on the topic of getting married. It was a late night in September 2018, and we just attended our first wedding together. You told me, "Do you ever imagine our night?" I nodded, and then you asked, "So you see yourself marrying me?" Again, I nodded and said yes. We hugged tightly afterwards, and I remember feeling so happy about what we admitted to each other that night.
Set ka muna.
Tayo lahat kaya.
What is love? Arna.
Love is giving yourself to another person regardless of the circumstances, regardless of the situation, kahit mahirap, kahit masaya. So, it's always giving a part of yourself to another person.
It's all the fun that we have. Because we have a lot of fun, especially talking trash to each other. So I think yun yung cornerstone ng relationship namin. It's just all the teasing and joking around.
I was happy that we both wanted the future together and that I might have found my person. As the years passed by, as we spent more time together, and as we attended so many more weddings together, I've only grown more and more sure of that. And now, here we are, Be. It's finally our turn. It's the night we've been imagined since that September night in Tagaytay.
With you, I have found someone who accepts my weird. That's why after all these years, I still find myself getting excited to see you. I can easily say that choosing to date was one of the best decisions I've made in my life. I have no doubt that marrying you today will be another.
Today, my love, I'm so grateful to just be with you, to finally be able to give you the full time and attention that you deserve, and just to celebrate our love. You're honestly my greatest blessing, and I cherish you with all my heart. I look forward to start the rest of our lives together, Be. I'm excited to spend every day for the rest of my life in our weirdness, banter, and kalokohan.
As we discover the next stage of our lives, I promise to support and listen to you, to talk to you constantly, to laugh at your jokes, and to have fun. I'm looking forward to many more years of challenges, joy, and fuckshettery with you. I love you more today than when we first started. And I'm sure I'll find more ways to love you more tomorrow and the day after that. Love you always.
Aww, love you, babe.
May I now present to you Mr. and Mrs. Ethan, Joshua, and Arna Arauyo. You may now kiss your wife.